I'm joined here by Afghanistan's ambassador to India, Dr. Shaida Abdali. Dr. Abdali, first of all, our heartfelt condolence for the daily lives lost by the hundreds and thousands in Afghanistan. But coming to the recent terrorist strikes in Jalalabad, where a sizable number of Sikh members were also killed, how do you look at this terrorist strike? What was the message there?
Well, very tragic, very painful incident. 2 days back, where we lost 17 or Sikh Afghans in Jalalabad. Well, Afghanistan is losing its sons on daily basis, whether they are Muslims or non-Muslims, all over Afghanistan. You may recall on the day of Eid, on the second day of Eid, we had a major incident in Jalalabad, and the second again. In 2 days, we lost around 60 other Afghans in Jalalabad. So this is a pain that we are going through almost on a daily basis. And we are very hurt by the incident 2 days back, which inflicted on the lives of 17 our Sikh brothers. But that's how life is, and we will continue as a nation. You must have heard Uttar Singh, the leader of the Sikh community, who had interviewed 10 days back or more than that before he lost his life. He had stated that he was for the cause of Afghanistan, standing for election, and he had in advance stated that he would be ready to lose his life and sacrifice for Afghanistan. And he had even stated that it would be a proud moment for him to have bullets in his chest for Afghanistan. This is the patriotism that the Afghans have, including our Sikh brothers.
So, the kind of messaging that has gone through the minorities, the Hindus and the Sikhs, is it going to create a greater impact of fear in the upcoming elections? What would your message be to the minority communities as well?
Well, Afghanistan is going through challenges, no doubt about that. But the commitment of the Afghans, all Afghans, is clear that we will move on, no matter how many we lose in Afghanistan, for the cause of a peaceful, stable and prosperous Afghanistan. So Afghanistan will not be shaken. The Afghan people will not be shaken. Yes, the enemies will try their best, and they've been trying to terrorize the Afghan people because they don't want Afghanistan and the Afghan people to progress. But no one can stop us from this journey that we have started.
The Islamic State, which supposedly has a foothold in the Nangarhar province, has claimed responsibility for that Jalalabad strike. Do your investigations confirm that? Do you think it is really the ISIS behind the attack?
Well, terrorist attack in Afghanistan, they claim it. Sometimes the Daesh, sometimes the Taliban, and sometimes other terrorist groups. Investigation is going on right now to look at this incident particularly seriously as to what transpired and where this attack was staged. But I must tell you that Afghanistan and India both are facing a common enemy, a terrorism that is engineered against our two peoples. Therefore, it is time for the two nations to stand up, along with everyone else, that Afghanistan and India are not alone going to be in this painful journey forever, that others will suffer, and therefore we have to stand together to fight this menace of terrorism altogether.
Are you suggesting once again that even behind these attacks you see some sort of a support coming in from Pakistan, from its agencies?
Well, terrorism in Afghanistan is imported or exported from across the border. That is the nature of terrorism, and therefore we have to work for the end of state sponsorship of terrorism. I think the world is no longer in doubt about the nature of terrorism and the roots of terrorism, where those roots lie. The only step left is to take to go against terrorism and to go at the state sponsorship of terrorism that resides across the border.
Finally, the Sikh members in Delhi today, representatives from community, came out to protest on the streets. They were also expressing solidarity with those killed. Is there a way possible really to ensure protection of these minorities? And their numbers have also dwindled over the years. Earlier there were some 10,000 families in Nangarhar. Today they are reduced to 150. How do you ensure security?
Well, unfortunately, we care Afghans no matter where they are and what they are. We will make sure that we do everything we can to protect all Afghans, particularly our Sikh and Hindus brothers in Afghanistan. I spoke today with our National Security Advisor, and he told me to convey, and I met the Sikh leaders today in our embassy, and I convey that the government of Afghanistan and the people of Afghanistan will do everything we can to protect their lives. The dangers are posed to all of us, and we have to stand up to the dangers and at the same time make sure that the future incidents like this are prevented.
Avtar Singh would have possibly been the first Afghan Sikh in your parliament. With him dead now, do you think it's a vacuum that can be filled up anytime soon? Would you like to encourage the community members to come in and, is there a possibility that they could still file nominations?
Absolutely, absolutely. Avtar Singh's footstep must be filled. The enemy did not want the Sikh to be led by a leader, but the Afghans would want the Sikh to be led by a leader. And we want his place to be filled. I'm sure the Afghans will do anything it requires for a Sikh leader to be in the Afghan parliament.
Thank you so much. Of course, those upcoming elections are going to be challenging in several ways, be it in security terms or, of course, economically too. But we will all be keeping a close watch on that. For now, with Manas Ranjan Bhui, this is Smita Sharma in New Delhi for the Tribune.